Hi, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to the Africa Fashion Business Summit in partnership with Africa Fashion Reception. We're bringing you this amazing session. It's a readiness program for fashion and designers across Africa who are interested in participating in the upcoming fashion show. Now, we've got a lot of inquiries that have come in, and a lot of people have been asking questions about how will they participate. It just got lots of questions, and from our end, we decided to put together this Instagram live. Some are watching us live on Instagram, while some are watching us live on YouTube. So um, whichever platform is fine. Hi, Samrina, how are you? It's great to have you here. And so we will get into answering a series of questions. Please note that your questions are actually welcomed. If you're on Instagram, kindly put your questions in the comment. And if you're on YouTube, you can also post your comment or questions, and I will respond to them. Now, first thing I'd like to talk about is the organizing company, the company that's organizing the African Fashion Reception. This company is called Legendary Gold Limited, and it started organizing fashion events way back as at 1989 in Nigeria, and they've, you know, produced a series of fashion shows in Nigeria, the Nigerian Fashion Week, the Nigerian Fashion Show, and they moved on to they moved on to hosting the Africa Fashion. The screen is black. Oh, really? I'm trying to understand why. So someone is commenting and saying the screen is black. Just on Instagram, kindly pardon me. I have to juggle both platforms right now. So Sharon Mutale, I'm surprised to hear you say the screen is black. So we're just going to check on our end to make sure the problem is not from us. Okay. So it seems like we're actually live and there's no problem. Okay, so okay, glad to hear that it's clear now. Is it playing? Okay, so like I was saying, the African Fashion Reception. Okay, I need to get my thoughts together. I was trying to troubleshoot over there. Um, yes, so the name of the company that organizes the African Fashion Reception is called Legendary Gold Limited. Legendary Gold Limited has been existing for over 25 years, going to 30 years, and we have successfully brought about a lot of fashion events across Africa. Um, one of which is the Africa Fashion Reception. Now, a lot of people would ask questions like, "Oh, a lot of people don't know about you." Well, yes. However, we've done a series of projects in Nigeria. Now, we're foremost fashion and general events production company in Nigeria and in Africa. And since 1996, when it was officially founded, we've revolutionized and reoriented practitioners, that is designers, as well as Africans about the need to promote African fashion. Now, we've also had fashion catwalk events in Paris, Milan, London, New York, Tokyo, Shanghai. We've taken designers to all of these countries: Tel Aviv, Perth, Sydney, Berlin, Stockholm, Brussels. And apart from just the fashion shows, we also organize cultural events, one of which is currently happening, which began in 2021, called Africa Celebrate. Now, Legendary Gold Limited is currently known as a consultant to the African Union and UNESCO on issues concerning African art, culture, and the creative economy. And that's why we have put together a series of all our events. The Legendary Gold Limited are the organizers of the Nigerian Fashion Week, Africa Fashion Reception, Africa Celebrate, the Fashion Business Summit, and a series of other activities. But this live session is actually to address um, designers on how to prepare to attend fashion events, one of which we are putting together, a series of which we're putting together. I mean to say, we have the Nigerian Fashion Week 2022, we have the Africa Fashion Reception Addis Ababa, and the Africa Fashion Reception Paris. A lot of people are unaware about these events, and that's why we decided to put together this live session to enlighten young designers across Africa on the opportunities available and how they can participate in this event. Now, the Africa Fashion Reception movement is not just any other fashion show, it's not just a regular or random fashion show. Um, it is a movement because we're focusing on bringing African fashion designers from across Africa, right? We want designers to be able to, we want Africans to be able to patronize designers, to be able to wear clothes made by African designers, and to the end that the continent is self sufficient in terms of production, marketing, sales, and consumption of fashion um, production. And yeah, that would take me on to talking about this year's event. In 2022, we'll be having the Africa Fashion Reception Paris, the Africa Fashion Reception Dubai, and the Africa Fashion Reception Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa is one that the one we call the Continental Show, while the Paris and the the Dubai are known as the global editions. Now, now that I've introduced the company, I would like to go on to talk about the people that we've worked with. Like I mentioned earlier, we are fashion promotions consulting company to the African Union as well as to UNESCO, amongst other country amongst other countries that we've worked with. We're currently consulting for the African Union and UNESCO. Now, I'll move on to talking about the things that are actually very important to designers. Why should designers participate in fashion shows? One, to promote their brand. It is crucial because uh, if you're an African jewelry designer, if you are into leather goods, if you're into clothing or accessories, taking advantage of fashion events is a great way for you to promote your brand. It puts you on the limelight. It makes Africans from across the continent to recognize you as a brand, to recognize your product, and to most likely patronize you. Now, if you participate in the African Fashion Reception, for example, you will easily you will easily find that people from the different regions in Africa, Northern Africa, Southern Africa, Eastern Africa, Western Africa, will definitely patronize your product. Not just that, it would open doors to global patronage. Now, our platform is such that we have a large audience across the globe, in Europe, in the United States of America, also in Asia and the Middle East. Now, all of these places are we have Africans who reside in this area. So Africans in the diaspora will get to know about your product and obviously patronize your product. So I have a question saying, what if you are a model from another country? Can you be a part of the event? Yes. Makeup artists from across Africa are welcome to participate with us. Of course, terms and conditions apply. Models are welcome to participate at the African Fashion Reception. I would actually like to say this to the models. We have a process in place. Right now, we'll be making open calls. Open calls are available for models already, but model casting will be conducted in September. So I advise you to visit www.africanfashionreception as a model, as a makeup artist, as a journalist, whatever role you feel that um, you can participate in. Go to the website fill the forms that is applicable to your interest, and in due time we will respond to you. Um, I think I've addressed that comfort. So yes, terms and conditions apply to all other vendors who are interested in participating or models, but we will communicate with you via email once you have submitted your forms and inquiries. Like I was saying, models ought to, fashion designers ought to participate in this event. Creatives across board, photographers, makeup artists are also welcome to participate. This will be a great way to build your portfolio. It will be a great way to network with designers from across Africa who will be participating, whereby you can partner with them, you can collaborate with them, and before you know it, a designer from Egypt is partnering or collaborating with a designer in Kenya or a designer in Ghana. And these are possibilities that can happen if you participate at the Africa Fashion Reception 2022. Now, what are the criteria for designers? The criteria are simple. You have to be an African. That's all. You just have to be an African. If you're an African, either you're in the diaspora or you are currently residing within Africa, you're welcome to participate. We have a series of processes we put in place. For example, once you complete the form on the website, you will be requested to submit a collection. So we review your collection. The executive board of directors review the collections that are submitted, and then you get a feedback as to whether you qualify to participate. And that feedback will then follow up with a nomination letter. Now, what we do at the African Fashion Reception is to ensure that every country is represented on the runway. So, if you're yet to apply or you're yet to participate, we would advise that you go ahead to submit your application. Would advise that you go ahead and submit your application, and you know we would respond to you accordingly. The date for the event. Someone is asking on YouTube. The date for the event is um, the 17th to the 22nd of October 2022. African Fashion Reception Addis Ababa, I will say it again, is from the 17th to the 22nd of October 2022. Now, the fashion event is not for all of those days. The fashion event itself, the runway reception itself, will hold on the 22nd of October 2022. The African Fashion Reception Paris is scheduled to hold in November from the 10th of November to the 12th of November 2022. So if you're out there and you're listening to this, or you know young designers out there seeking opportunities to participate, these are the dates of the event. And we implore you to take advantage of the time that you have right now to participate in this event. Now, some other criteria for designers to participate is that you have to have your business registered. Your business has to be a registered business in your country, and you have to have a social media presence so that we can review your designs. These are some of the things that we look at because we try to ensure that originality is promoted. So you have to have designs that are Afrocentric, designs that are inspired by the continent, by your culture, by your people, by your tribe, and yes, they can be contemporary. And above all, your designs have to be pieces that can be purchased. So we are in partnership with a platform called Agogo Africa. I will put the spelling in the comment section. Kindly on check out Agogo Africa on Instagram if you're looking to understanding what they're about, or visit their website on www.agogoafrica.com. Now, this platform is, sorry, let me try and put the Agogo Africa. So this platform is a leading e-commerce platform in Africa where strictly made in Africa products, raw materials, goods, manufacturers, textile designers, leather goods producers and manufacturers, where you can source and sell your African items. And that platform, the rule remains it must be 100% made or sourced in Africa. That is a fantastic platform. So, upon participating in the Africa Fashion Reception, be it Dubai, Paris, or Addis Ababa, you will be given a free access to onboard the Agogo Africa, where you can sell your products and clients and consumers and target audience from wherever in the world can purchase your products. And um, to mention, the platform is in partnership with DHL, which is a leading logistics company in the world. So it will be great for you to take advantage of this. I would also like to say if you see that you're not ready to participate in the fashion show, kindly ensure that you go and put your products on the e-commerce platform because you can make sales to anywhere across Africa. Now I'll be moving on to talking about fashion shows because we have a series of inquiries that have come in. A lot of people do not understand why or what fashion shows really is. Now, what is a fashion show? It's an event in which designers showcase their collection, right? By styling models, creating a theme, creating a story, and displaying and expressing the story on the runway to an audience. Now, in today's world, the audience is now considered phygital. What does that mean? It's a combination of physical audience and digital audience. So you have audience who are joining live physically, and you have audience joining live virtually, and then you have audience who are participating physically, right? So the Africa Fashion Reception is available. It's a physical event that would be live streamed as well. So if you're a designer participating, you're not only going to be reaching out to audience physically, you're also going to be reaching out to audience virtually. And this is why we implore you to take advantage of this opportunity to showcase your designs and collections on the runway. You have three opportunities to showcase your designs. You can showcase your designs Africa Fashion Reception at Addis Ababa, Africa Fashion Reception Paris, and Africa Fashion Reception Dubai. Now, what is the purpose of a runway? It is to build the interest of your target audience. It is to reach a wider range of people, and it is to promote the identity of your brand and of your designs. Now, there are a lot of young African designers in Africa that have gone ahead to showcase in Europe, in Asia, in the United States, and in many African countries simply because they participated in a fashion show. Now, your brand becomes recognized, your brand a becomes a household name among African countries, and uh, that would also promote the authenticity and originality of your brand. This would also bring opportunities to collaborate and work on projects that are humongous, projects that are big. You know, there are a lot of designers such as Emmy Casbit, um, Maki Orr, Christy Brown from Ghana, and many others, Tebo Magagu in South Africa, many designers who have actually been participating in international opportunities simply because they took a chance on showcasing their brands on the runway. Now, there are different kinds of fashion shows, there are different kinds of runway events, right? We have the fashion runway event, we have the charity shows, we have the sponsored fashion shows, we have the charity fashion shows, we have the informal fashion shows, and we have the production fashion shows. Now, the after fashion reception is a blend of two. It's a production fashion show and a designers fashion show where designers would showcase a minimum of 12 designs on the runway. Now, these 12 designs must tell a story, they must be themed, they must be cohesive, they can't be disjointed, they have to be, you know, you have to tell a story. The elements have to be there, right? Now, I would advise that you visit the Instagram handle for African Fashion Reception for those who are interested in seeing past events that we've organized to have an idea of what is expected. of your designs. The next things I would like to say is address the question that says, okay, so this is the question. It says, what happens at a fashion show? So, um, this question is fantastic. What happens at a fashion show? A lot, a lot. For a fashion show to be a success, it requires a huge team, and prior to the runway event itself, a lot of planning goes on. The stage is set. Then behind the stage, you have a lot of activities where models are being prepared, facially, the designs, the makeup production, the hairstyling goes on. And then designers who have selected their models will then, choose the models to work with. And these models will then go on to style the clothes and showcase the clothes on the runway. Now, that is just a summary of what happens, right? The photographers are in place, ensuring that images are captured well. The sound engineers are in place, ensuring that. Uh, so, at the after fashion reception, what we do in particular is that we encourage designers to create an entire story. So, what kind of music do they want playing while the models showcase their clothes? It's part of the story that is being told. So, when I mentioned sound engineers, I mentioned that because they also have to be in tune with each designer that is showcasing part time on the runway. So, if a designer is from Rwanda, the designer would have submitted selected songs that will be played alongside the showcase of their collection. So, many designers tend to bring influencers to attend their shows. These influencers could be musicians, could be, name them, they could be celebrities from across board. Now, if a designer from South Africa brings an artist that is popularly known, the chances of um, the brand gaining more attention on the media platforms across both social media platforms is higher. So if a designer in Nigeria brings an artist like Burna Boy to showcase to just attend their fashion show in Addis Ababa or Paris or Dubai. What happens is that, of course, Burna Boy will share on his story that he's attending this event or on his Instagram platform, and this will generate interest of his own audience who might be interested in some of the designs showcased by the designer. Now, at the African fashion reception, we like to prepare designers before they participate. What is the budget? You also have to have. So for you to participate, really, it's about the entire picture. You have your collections designed, you have your budget ready. It's important to put together a budget before you participate in a fashion show. Now, to participate in the African fashion reception, whichever of them or all of them, you need to put together a budget for yourself. Your budget will include transport, that's travel budgets, your tickets, your local shuttles. Um, Moving from one place to the other is key when you are participating in a destination fashion show. Now, your tickets, that's your travel budget, must be put together as well. You need to find out how much it will cost you to travel from Cameroon to Paris, or from Kenya to Ethiopia, or from Nigeria to Dubai. It all depends on which of the events you're keen on participating in. And once you have identified that budget, you put it down. You also need to take note of accommodation. Now, fashion promotion companies are not responsible for covering your tickets and accommodation, except if the event is sponsored and we're bringing together designers based on a sponsorship from another independent organization, or except if you're being sponsored as a designer. So yes, you can get a budget put together, go to your government or government go to the necessary agency in your country, show them the budget required for you to participate in this event, and they can choose to sponsor you to represent your country in this event. However, your budget must include accommodation, feeding, transportation, and then miscellaneous. Miscellaneous includes, for example, in 2021, it was important and compulsory for all participants to embark on the COVID-19 test before arriving and when they were done with the event before departure. This was a health regulation that was compulsorily adhered to by all designers. So that can be part of miscellaneous, and that can be part of what the things you need to include in your budget. Other things could be your interest in personal tours. If you travel to another country to participate in a fashion event, it is only fair that you take out a day or two to just look around the country, have a feel of the country after the fashion event. So you came for work, but after work, you should actually, take out time to relax and enjoy yourself. And you can put together a small budget to tour. If you're in Ethiopia, you can tour at this. There are a lot of nice places to visit. If you're in Dubai, oh boy, there are numerous places that you can visit, or Paris as well. Now, I would also like to mention that we at the Afro Fashion Reception also have a few things that we put in place for designers to ensure that they have a smooth running. First of all, will be that on arrival, you will be picked up. We care for your airport to hotel transportation. So we'll pick you up and help you settle in your lodge. Also, we would have models ready to fit the collections prior to the runway show. We have a series of activities for you to engage in. For example, the Africa Fashion Business Summit happens during the Africa Fashion reception prior to the showcase of designers on the runway. So you are there to listen to leading authorities in the continent. Um, Also, we would allow all participating designers to exhibit if you're interested. So if you want to put your clothes on display for people to purchase, we will make that available for you. We would also we also offer help with trying to get discounted um, hotel deals, which will help in your budget as well. I think that I've covered so much, and if you have questions, this is the time to ask your questions. Okay, Miko Rose says, "I am a model from Ethiopia. Can I be a cast on your next fashion show?" Yes, Miko, you can be a cast on the next fashion show. Kindly visit www.africafashion www.africafashionreception.com. There's a section there for you to fill for interested models, and yes, we will respond to you accordingly. Put in all the relevant details, and we will respond to you accordingly. I'm also looking out for more questions. Um, so if you have questions, please put up your questions and I would attend to them immediately. However, if you have other inquiries that you think you would not like to put up online, you can send us an email or slide into the DM and we'll respond to you as well. Okay, so it's great to have had you all. I hope that we've addressed all the necessary issues. Designers are welcome to participate. Designers, you just need to have a great collection. Put your designs together. You can reach the world through the Africa Fashion Reception platform with your designs and the models and the runway. I believe that the sky it's just the beginning. It's not your limit. We look forward to having designers from across Africa, from Zambia, Lusaka, from Rwanda, from Zimbabwe, from Tanzania, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Senegal, from Cameroon, from Egypt, from Tunisia, from Morocco, from Algeria, from Mali, from South Africa. Name it. We have designers and we're looking forward to having you on our platform from Sierra Leone, from Liberia, from Togo, from Burkina Faso, from Guinea, from Sudan, from uh, um, I'm trying to remember all of the African countries by heart, from all over the continent, from Madagascar, from Chad, from name it, wherever you are welcome to participate in the fashion show. Okay, so I have a question here saying, is the fashion show only applied to just Africans? No, yes, it is. It is specifically for Africans. However, if you're an African in the diaspora, you can participate. If you are black, if you're brown, if you're African, right? Regardless of where you're located and you're interested in participating, you can participate in the fashion event. I have another question from jackets.ng. It says, hello, I'm Clarinto and a fashion designer. For display of outfits during the fashion show, how do we send them over? And would we also be present? Oh, yes, Clarinto, thank you for asking that question. Like I said earlier, I stated that you apply to participate physically, right? And what that would imply is that you would submit your collections. Are if your collections are approved, then you receive a nomination letter, and then you also get an invitation letter from the African Union if you're participating in Addis. If you're participating in Paris, you also get an invitation letter from UNESCO. These letters will help you process your visa, and well, the cost of your visa application, your ticket, and accommodation will be borne by you. Once you're able to sort that out and you're ready to come to Addis, we then proceed to getting you models, sending you relevant measurements that you would use to put together your collection that models will then wear on the day of the show and participate. Um, I am not sure if we are open to receiving outfits. However, kindly send us a DM. We can definitely um, uh, put together an initiative where designers can send in their collections and models will wear them. However, that also would require that you pay a participation fee. Yeah. So another question here is on application form. There's a part that says, "Tell us more." What exactly is required? Okay. So, for example, in that category, you could tell us. About the collection that you're working on. So we have designers who have. Uh, there's a designer from Senegal that I'm very aware of, who created a collection as her way as a social project. She was addressing gender-based violence. So if you have anything like that that you want to promote or address, we would like to know ahead of time, such that we will find a way to fit it in into the entire story of the fashion event. And yeah, is there any other question, please? Okay, I look forward to your questions. Okay. In the absence of any question, I would like to urge you all to follow us at African Fashion Reception on Instagram for more information and also visit the website to register. Um, Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you for being a part of the show. Um, I look forward to having many people join. And if you have inquiries, like I said earlier, kindly put them in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm your host, Damilola Demiloko. We would have other hosts joining us in subsequent editions of all of our social media um, events and on YouTube. And if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do so today. So we have another question coming in quickly. So when is the deadline for application? So for those that are interested in participating, okay, somebody's asking another question here on Instagram. Okay, I really wish that you all come in and ask your questions. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have another edition of this same session and we will communicate the date. so that we can keep taking questions and answering questions about your interests and about the Afro Fashion reception. However, the question and answer session will be held on the After Fashion Reception Instagram page. So if you are yet to follow the Instagram page, kindly do so. So I'm going to take this question from Sharon Matale. When is the deadline for application? So truly, we're about to start rounding up with applications, but designers still have up until the 25th of September to apply. So, Sharon, please do ensure that you start your application process and you apply. Um, model Bitten, Model Beteyemane, okay. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. My apologies if I did not. You said, tell us about models. Okay, I'm not sure what you'd like to know, but yeah, models are welcome to participate in the Africa Fashion Reception, and we have the criteria for the models. I think for the female, it is 6 feet. For the male, it is 6 feet two. However, based on applications, if we have models who have the looks, who have the experience, they have a higher chance of being selected to participate in our show. However, models are advised to send in their portfolio, a picture, a collection of images of their looks, of their height, of their poses, just to help in the selection processes. I hope I've answered that about models. And yes, models that are participating will be remunerated. Every model is remunerated for participating in the show. That is, models are paid for participation. If you are a model from other countries and you really want to participate in any of this show, please note that the cost of travel and accommodation will be borne by you. Okay. Okay, I have another question again on YouTube. Question says, is participation for the runway and exhibition free? No, Sharon. There's a participation fee. It depends on which of the events you intend to participate in. Kindly send us an email. The process is that you have to first of all apply. When you apply, you get an email asking for your collection as a designer. We review, the executive board of directors review your collection. Once you're selected, you will then be updated with information concerning the participation fee. Exhibition is free for all those who apply and complete the payment for participation. So that's an add-on. However, you can choose to exhibit without participating on the runway, but you have to pay for the exhibition. But if you're a designer and you want to participate on the runway show, you get to exhibit for free. So, if I were you as a designer, I would choose to participate on the runway because exhibition is already made free. Sharon, I hope I've answered your question. Um, Without much or without any other question, I introduced myself earlier, so there is a need for that. Look out for another session of this question and answer segment, which is a readiness program for fashion designers to participate in fashion shows. We really do look forward to helping as many young designers across Africa, photographers, makeup artists, um, name it, right, to participate in the Africa Fashion Show. So thank you, everybody, and have a beautiful Monday. Bye bye.